In the morning on May 6, 2022, officers in Rock County, Wisconsin were alerted about a hit-and-run incident. Police reports indicate that a white pickup truck collided into a Volkswagen Golf, pushing them off of the road. Images from the victim vehicle shows the damage caused, resulting in an estimated $9,000 repair that was determined to be a totaled vehicle, according to statements made by the victims on social media. After collecting statements from the crash victims, officers inquired nearby businesses about security footage that may have captured the incident. They were in luck. One business provided 2 angles that were able to capture the scene. Using Google Earth and visual references from the security camera, we were able to estimate their speed over the course of this 15-second interaction. At the beginning of their visual, both vehicles appear to be so close together it is difficult to tell that there's 2 of them.
46 miles an hour, 55, 47, 73. 94 miles an hour. Oh my God. How did that car not flip over?
According to the police report, the occupants of the Volkswagen said they attempted to pass the truck in a passing area, but the truck continued to match their speed and refused to let them in, causing them to go into the oncoming lane of traffic. The truck continued until eventually making contact and causing the accident before fleeing the scene. Notably, the police report states that the Volkswagen narrowly missed this tree on the opposite side of this building at what we estimate to be around 55 miles an hour, possibly evading death. In our review, the statement made by the victim vehicle is mostly true, as the speeds and positions of both vehicles support their claim.
Guys, let me tell you something. You will never be able to get around videotape and these forensics. They got you going and coming.
However, based on satellite imagery, they were not in a passing zone at the time, having just passed that area before the incident. These merging lanes prior to what is captured on video may have been the initial point of frustration.
Oh, there it is. Okay, you got 2 lanes and they go into one. All right, and so what do you got? You got a contest, you got egos involved. I'm not gonna let you pass me, so you got 2 cars racing before the merge.
Between the drivers, as is noted by commenters on Facebook. Having obtained visual of the truck, the police department shared this post asking the public for help in finding the culprit. The Facebook post proved successful, as the report notes 2 individuals, one anonymous source and one apparent acquaintance of the truck driver, reached out to police. The acquaintance even called the driver out directly in the Facebook
He said, Jason, is this your truck? Oh man, they snitching on Facebook.
Post themselves. The anonymous source shared that they knew the truck driver.
Okay, Jason, what you got? That's a Ford, what, a F-250 with the BDS suspension, 7-inch lift. Okay, Jason got the big body.
Jason Erdman and his truck through Jason's moving businesses. The source shared images of the truck's license plate, and when the investigators looked it up, they found it was reported stolen. The source also shared that Jason told them, quote, "I don't think I hit him. Maybe I did," before indicating that he was going to leave town for a couple weeks. Investigators then visited Jason's address, a business he's associated with, and the address of Jason's family members, who could not provide Jason's location. The report indicates that Jason himself called dispatch operators and questioned them on why law enforcement was trying to contact him. During those calls, Jason refused to share his location. It was the following day that Jason's acquaintance reached out to police to provide more information, claiming Jason drives in an extremely aggressive manner, cutting.
All right, Jason's friends and family are calling law enforcement on Jason, talking about how aggressive he drives. Meanwhile, Jason is calling law enforcement himself, saying, I'm not going to tell you where my location is, but you need to stop harassing me and my family. All right.
Off people frequently. Apparent strangers from Facebook recognized the same truck in the area as well, which is allegedly notorious for driving erratically. When the acquaintance went to tag Jason in the department's Facebook post, he noted that Jason changed his last name on Facebook and wasn't sure why. Officers called Jason's number on that day as well.
Jason, this is Deputy DeBoer. I'm with the Rock County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I'm looking to speak with you regarding an incident that happened yesterday and talk about it a little bit further. Where are you right now?
Talk about what?
So we have...
I know you guys have been harassing my family about it.
Okay.
I was calling you guys last night. I never got a call back.
There was a hit and run yesterday, and we had a couple people call in and say that you may be the individual that was involved.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't in an accident yesterday or anything like like that. I came home, did alignment on my truck. My truck's literally sitting in front of me.
Where are you at now?
I'm way up north by Nakusa.
When are you going to be back in town?
Probably Monday.
Are you okay if I set up a time to meet with you on Monday when you get back?
Yeah, y'all can come take a look at the
No,
truck.
guys, you guys are making a big mistake if y'all are talking to these cops. Jason knows he's in trouble. People in town are reporting his truck on Facebook saying he's the one that caused the accident. Jason's family members and acquaintances are talking with the police, and Jason himself called the police to try to say, hey, it wasn't me, leave me alone, leave my family alone. One of Jason's acquaintances even said that Jason said, oh, I don't think I hit him, but maybe I did. So knowing all of that, why is Jason on the phone with the police? If you ever find yourself in this situation, do not talk to the police. Not in person, not over the phone. Now the police are asking him, hey, can we come and see you on Monday? And Jason's like, yeah, come and see me. Horrible mistake.
But if you guys want to imply that I was in an accident, then you're going to be speaking to my attorney. There's no damage to the truck other than what my guys have done to the truck. I run a moving company.
Where are you in Nakusa then?
I'm just, okay, what are you looking for from me here?
To either put this thing to rest that you weren't the one that was involved, or to verify, I would like to send a deputy from the agency up there to just go take photos of your truck and document any damage that there may be to it. Based on the accident and the video footage that I have, I know where the damage is going to be. If it's not you, then that's part of the investigation, and I was told yesterday that you were not giving your location out. That's why I'm contacting your family.
That's kind of ironic when nobody called me.
Well, they said that when dispatch talked to you, you wouldn't give your location out. But we're still doing an investigation, so we...
And that's fine.
Okay, so where are you at right now?
I'm up north right now, and on Monday, after I contact my attorney, then you guys can come out and take a look at the truck. Because I understand what you're trying to do. I was not in no accident. I'm not going to have you guys try and paint me into a corner here. I understand you got to do what you got to do, but...
So that's the part that I'm not totally understanding is I have a photo of the vehicle that I'm looking for, and
Right.
I
thought
if
you
it's
guys
not
did too. I
if it
saw that too. It looks just like my truck. However, my truck has chrome rims.
This is what I don't understand. Jason has said 2 times already, hey, if you want to talk to me, that's fine. Talk to my attorney first. Excellent. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. But if you know enough to tell these officers talk to your attorney, then why are you still on the phone with them? Hang up in their face. Guys, these police officers are out to get you. They are out to make an arrest. They don't care anything about you. You know you did it. You know you were in the accident. You know you're guilty of sin. Why are you making it easier for these officers? No communication. Talk to my attorney, then get off the phone.
Okay.
Rims on that picture are black. I see plenty of people driving trucks that are white dudes. I understand what you're trying to do. I did see the picture.
I'm doing an investigation with the leads that I have. So I mean,
Right, and I get it. I understand that, but I also understand my rights.
and that is your right, sir. So I will talk to you on Monday.
Why?
2 days later, Jason agreed to let officers observe his truck at his address.
This is the biggest mistake ever. This is such a big mistake. Why would you allow officers to observe your truck knowing that you were in an accident?
Hi, Jason. I'm Deputy Boyer, Rock County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Adams. Here to talk to you. Just take pictures of the truck, take a look at things. So
There you go.
Yeah.
I was camping all weekend. Take your pictures.
takes pictures.
Answer any questions.
You're not answering any questions.
Talk to my attorney about that one.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you just so I can verify?
Yes, sir.
All right, he says, talk to my attorney. I'm not answering any questions. Good. Now leave. Get out of there.
Yep. No, I was camping all weekend. Really, my only frustration just comes from the fact that you guys harassed my family for 2 days straight before contacting me.
Why are you talking?
Truck's right there, so take pictures. Do what you gotta do.
So we go through leads that we get.
Oh, I saw
and
the
we
Facebook page.
Yeah,
I
and
follow
we
you guys
eliminate them, and we don't.
Facebook.
I mean, we follow leads, and if they're not legitimate,
that's
then
fine. I don't have a problem with that. I know you guys gotta do what you gotta do. We're on the same boat, but
that's why we're here.
I was harassed. Well, not me. My family was harassed for 2 days.
Well, we got to try to. I mean,
My
we
family was
gotta
harassed
branch
for
out
2
and
days
talk.
and nobody called me.
Because if I just call you and
My
talk,
sister in Connecticut.
I have somebody who just answered the phone. Go ahead.
who's that car registered to? It's registered to your sister in Connecticut and you, and it's expired in 2020. I ran it when I drove by. So if you want to argue that issue,
I'm not arguing. I'm trying to
found
figure
a
out why
name
nobody
on this
contacted me.
vehicle, and I tried to contact it. That's all there was to it.
Well, I'm just confused on why nobody tried calling me.
We were trying to attempt to contact you,
There's a female
and then
that's coming
seeing
to the door.
contacting family
Like she was
might have a
sleeping.
good phone number for you, or find out where you're at, or hey, where can we meet with you, and that's not harassment. It's attempting to make contact to you.
I'm just kind of caught off guard because the fact that my sister
pretty sure
gave me
you're
all of my information, all of it. And
Okay, so he's mad at his sister for leaking all of his information. His sister is a snitch.
I still didn't get a call.
Okay.
I called Rock County after y'all called me.
When was that?
I called Rock County on Friday. Was it Friday night after my sister called?
It might have been Friday night. I wasn't working.
I think you'd said that. Oh, I'm up north. And then you told the deputy when they asked, well, where can we meet you? We'll send somebody out there to take photos of your vehicle. You told whoever it was you talked to that you're not going to tell them where you're at.
That's actually false.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Then where are you at?
Camping.
Where?
And my physical address was right here, and I said.
Then where were you camping?
So
at?
they asked me for my address or my parents' address. I gave that to them.
Right. Okay. So where are you camping at?
Multiple places in Nakusa.
All right, so they are asking about his location. They want to see if his story checks out. They want to know specifically where he was at so then they can go back to that spot and see if there was any indication that his truck was there.
Okay, where at?
Nakusa.
Right. Where at Nakusa?
You don't need an address.
When did you head up there?
I left Friday afternoon.
What time Friday?
Any more questions will go through my attorney.
That's rather odd.
That's fine. Truck's right here.
Right.
So again, he says, if you have any other questions, ask my attorney. Excellent.
Then I mean, I assume you already talked to your attorney, right?
And he said it was okay for you guys to take
Then
pictures.
I'm pretty sure you also explained that contacting your family is not harassment.
You can take pictures of the truck.
And Jason, I also I have former employees of yours calling me, telling me that you drive aggressively. So I'm following a lead, whether it's you or not. I got to look at it further, and if you can give me where you traveled, I can eliminate you as a suspect. But that's what I'm saying. I have a vehicle that looks a lot like yours.
Right. I understand that. No, I get that.
Yeah.
They are pressing him so much. And a lot of you guys might have an excellent question. Some of you guys may be asking yourself, you may say, well, wait a minute now. Jason referenced that he wanted to talk to his attorney multiple times while he was on the phone with the officer initially. Now that the officers have shown up, Jason again repeatedly says, hey, you're going to have to go through my attorney. You're going to have to talk to my attorney. Nevertheless, the officers continue to question, where were you at? They continue to investigate. It means nothing to them that he's asked for his attorney. Why? Are these police officers going to say that they didn't hear Jason say he wanted an attorney? No, in fact, one of the officers says, yeah, you can talk to your attorney. And then the officer still kept pressing him. Why is it that these officers do not care that Jason wants to speak to a lawyer? Here's a question for you. If you are talking to an officer and you tell the officer that you want to talk to your attorney, does he have to stop all communication with you? Does he have to stop investigating? The answer, guys, is no. No, he does not. Under certain circumstances, it all turns on whether or not you are in custody. If you are under arrest, or even in circumstances where you reasonably believe that you are not free to go, then yes, if you ask for an attorney, the officer has to stop talking to you. This is when your Miranda rights attach. This is when officers have to pull out that card and read it to you and let you know that anything you say can and will be used against you. But be careful, you do have Miranda rights and you do have the right to talk to an attorney, but it depends on whether or not you are in custody. Are you arrested or are you not free to leave? What happens if you are not in custody? What happens if you are free to leave? Then those Miranda rights don't attach yet. You can talk and ask for an attorney. These cops can continue to investigate, continue to pressure you, continue to press you to get any information they can. Now, why is that? Is that fair? Well, the Supreme Court says yes. Why? Because you can walk away. Jason's at his home. Do you know what Jason can do? He can go in his house. He does not have to stay out there yapping to these officers. These cops never put handcuffs on him, never told him he was detained. These cops understand the exact situation, and so they're there and they're taking all of these pictures of Jason's truck. They know they don't have enough information yet to arrest him, so what they're going to do is take all the evidence they can and go go try to get a warrant. But to help with that warrant, they want to get statements from him. And that's why they are pressuring him about his location, about what he's done with the truck, whether he was involved or not. Guys, be very careful with these officers. You think if you say, oh, I want to talk to my attorney, that necessarily ends the interaction. It does not. If you are free to go, you need to go. If you are not under arrest, leave the scene. Do not talk to police officers. You're only going to wind up in jail.
After you guys said that, you can go on Facebook. You guys' page shows everything.
No, I know. And, some people contacted us and said it could be this guy, and we follow the lead, and if it's not, it's not, and if it is, it is.
I don't have a problem you guys doing that. Like, you can take pictures of the truck, but it was the lack of communication on you guys' part trying to call me. You can laugh all you want.
No, a lack of communication on our part trying to call you?
Here, but taking pictures. That right there, that bashed-in corner came from the cab corner of the trailer last year in Washington. Hey, if you guys know anybody that's looking for a car, parting it out.
This one in the street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, motor's blowing on it.
And just note again, guys, that Jason has no responsibility, no obligation to help these officers with their investigation. They are out there taking pictures of his truck with his permission. Why is he giving these officers permission?
He does have some damage down here.
Oh, man.
Are you denying that you were involved in this hit and run that you saw on Facebook?
Go through my attorney.
You can't say no?
I've been very clear about my stance on this.
The far majority of the public doesn't take a stance like that.
That's fine, but I know what you're fishing for. And I
Fishing
understand
for
my
what?
truck looks similar to the one you guys posted on your Facebook page.
Like Deputy Debo said, we'll do an investigation,
I was
and then...
involved in an accident.
No, I asked you. I just asked you if you're going to deny that you were in it.
I
That's
was
all.
not in any accidents, if that answers your question. Anything other than that, you will be talking to my attorney.
Again, these officers care nothing about him saying he wants to talk to an attorney.
I don't know if you wanted to see about a photo of the plate of this, and I don't know, maybe call some campgrounds up there in the goose room.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay, well, just get the plate of the camper, and maybe I'll have that on record for the campgrounds or something like that. You can come back and ask.
It's all right. I'm not going to push it any further today.
Thanks, Jason. You have any questions for us? Okay, thank you.
Officers continued to investigate security and traffic footage to uncover Jason's whereabouts. They discovered Jason's truck traveling in areas that could put him at the scene of the crash. Most importantly, officers were able to obtain license plate information from certain images to confirm it was the same truck. However, those images also showed that Jason had at some point changed out identifying parts of his vehicle, notably changing his gold bumper into a chrome one, where most of the damage from the crash would have been sustained. This information gave officers enough probable cause for a search warrant. Nearly a week after the crash, officers returned back to Jason's address to follow through with the warrant.
Let's roll up on it.
All right, they're about to roll out. They got a warrant. They're probably going to take that man's truck.
Hello. I'm gonna have you come back down to the car here with me, okay?
All right. Something to help you with?
Yeah, Detective Bureau's gonna explain that here. Go ahead and just rest your butt right down on the hood of the car there. Put the phone in your pocket if you would, please.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason. I'm Bo Douglas. I'm a detective with the Sheriff's Office, okay? The reason why we're here is I just want to explain to that, okay? Is there anybody else at the house currently?
Just my pets.
Just your pets? Okay. So we have a search warrant for the residence, specifically your truck, your camera, equipment, and your cell phone. That is this right here, okay? But I want to explain this to you just so you have an understanding, okay? We know there's this hit and run crash that occurred on 14, and I know this truck's involved. We're going to examine it further for that. Okay, the situation is this. There was no injury. We know what occurred there. We know what the other driver was doing. We know everything about that.
The officer is likely not just referring to the other driver passing in a no-passing zone, but also highlighting that the driver was charged with driving on a suspended license, an offense they have committed 9 times in less than 3 years, according to court records.
The driver of the other vehicle involved in the crash has been arrested 9 times in just 3 years for driving on a suspended license. license. They are never going to get their license back.
The problem is we either got to get in front of this, you got to get in front of this and go from there, or it gets to be dragged out a lot longer.
I understand.
And we think about the totality of the situation. It's not just your involvement, it's their involvement, and all that gets worked out in court. But we got to have the cooperation and the honesty. There's more than 5 cameras that saw this truck all the way past North Wash. We know you have cameras here. We had multiple people call in about your vehicle, and that's where we're at today. We're looking for cooperation. If you're willing to do that, we can sit down and talk and do that.
As long as I got my attorney present.
You want your attorney present?
I would prefer that.
And who is that?
Well, he texted me his information here just last week. He got me off guard.
Okay.
Scott McCarthy.
Scott McCarthy? Okay. What we can do, is that your cell phone?
Yeah.
Can I take that out? Thank you. So that's part of what we have right here in this warrant. We're going to take the truck, and we're going to grab your surveillance equipment, and we're going to look for any car parts associated with that truck in this house. Okay? All that will be left on this search warrant copy. It'll be left in your residence.
When do I get my truck back?
It has to be processed, so I don't know. There's no time frame. We're going to get a search warrant for it once it leaves here, and then we'll go that route if that's how you want to run it. So.
My attorney present.
Okay, I understand, and that's certainly your right.
Now he's saying that he wants his attorney present, which again is fine, but an attorney is not going to stop a search warrant. These officers have the order signed by the judge, and they are going to take whatever they've come to take.
We can set something up for you to meet with us at the sheriff's office with your attorney if you want to talk. But like I said, this is the route it's going to go, and we're at this point with taking this truck and going from there.
Can I sit down with you in private?
Sure. Sure.
All right, so now Jason wants to talk. Now he knows that the gig is up. If they take that truck, if they take the camper, they start looking up under the vehicle, they are absolutely going to find that things have been damaged and things have been changed out. Now he wants to confess.
That'll be fine.
If you want to talk in a squad, we can do that.
Here we go inside and talk.
We haven't been through the house to make sure there's nothing in there.
It's just the dog and cat.
How about this? If we're able to clear the house real quick, then we can sit down and talk in there.
Sit in the garage.
Okay, let's do that. I didn't want to make a big deal in front of all your neighbors. I mean, you live here. This is your place. But there's obviously questions I have for you. And if, like you said, you're not under arrest. This is a warrant for the truck.
I understand that. I'll admit to it.
Why? Guys, what is the purpose of asking for an attorney 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, and then turn around and admit to everything? Sometimes we cannot understand what you guys are thinking. Everything that he says is recorded on the body cam footage. No attorney's going to be able to get around that. And again, the officer said, hey, you're not under arrest, so he doesn't have the right to have an attorney there. The officers can question him about anything as long as he permits it. And now he's about to make a full confession.
Go in and clear it quick.
Okay. Thing was I didn't hit anybody. That's the thing this reason why
What?
I was there, yes. I'll admit to it. I didn't hit anybody. It wasn't a road rage incident. When I was going down that road, somebody was turning right.
I'm going to give you this back quick. We're going to go in and just make sure nobody else is inside.
This makes no sense. He says he was there. He's in the same truck as the truck in the videotapes, but now he's saying he didn't hit anybody. Okay, Jason.
That's fine.
Okay. Nobody else is inside.
This is a terrible confession.
Should be. I can't say too many people go in there without me there, so.
Fair enough. What kind of dog is it?
Doberman.
Doberman?
Is there 2?
A cat.
Just a cat?
Cat might be more vicious.
That's the one we gotta watch.
Yeah.
Sheriff's office, anybody inside?
Officers searched the residence but found nothing of interest.
Hi, puppy.
Outside of a Doberman who seemed interested in helping them find whatever they were looking for.
So I'm on 14, coming out of the intersection, and I knew that it went down to 1. So there was a car up there that was about to turn. That's when the car come flying up around me, because it's a no passing zone right there.
Jason reasons that an uninvolved vehicle turning in front of him caused him to unknowingly sway towards the illegally passing Volkswagen into the gravel on the opposite side of the road. However, the security footage shows no vehicle in front of Jason's truck turning right.
I'm not expecting that.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting a car there. At that point in time, I saw them hit the gravel.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
by the time I turned back right, they're already sideways, right in front of me. So I hit the brakes. So that's why there's no damage to my truck, because I never physically hit them. I hit the brakes, they turned sideways, darted started across the road, down into the ditch. They missed the tree, and then I saw them turn left and stop right there. Not stopping, I'm leaving, because that was bullshit. That's why I'm like, I was freaking out, not wanting to say anything, because it's like, I didn't physically hit anybody, but the way it all kind of accumulated, it looks really bad. There was no road rage incident. I wasn't angry by no means. I literally just filled up my LP tank to go camping for the weekend. And then I had to get home, get the camper ready, and hook up to go get my daughter. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, in my mind, f these people. They want to drive like that.
What?
And that's why I just went home.
There's no basement, right?
No, you're looking at it.
Okay.
That's why I just went home.
So the driver itself said there was 2 different impacts with your vehicle.
You got the vehicle right there.
All right. Is that the same bumper that was on it that day?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you replace the gold bumper that you had on it?
That was...
4304 resident secure.
They got you, Jason. They got you.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Davis has been
Again, if you changed it after the fact, we want to know about it now because we're going to find out.
Right.
They're gonna get
We
you.
have a date of when this truck had a gold bumper on it.
Right.
I know a date. I have pictures of it. Proof.
I hear you.
So, was it changed last weekend?
I pulled the bumper off my 08 that I have.
Okay, and that's that one there?
Yeah.
Okay, where is the gold bumper at?
It's in my camper.
Okay.
Yep. And the reason I did that is because it does have damage on it from previous hits and bumps. You can see it.
Okay.
It has yellow paint on it from hitting a bumper because of the guys. And I was scared that, like, okay, well, the second that you guys see that, it's just going to be boom, boom, boom. Blame me. It's all me. It's all me. And I'm just going to keep getting in more and more trouble.
You know what's so ironic about this? Jason is saying, I want to talk to my attorney, talk to my attorney, talk to my attorney. They're saying, hey, no, you're not under arrest. Fine. So now without an attorney, he's trying to admit stuff, but he doesn't want to admit the truth. However, what he is admitting to gives the officers enough evidence to arrest him. So now he will be arrested in all likelihood with no attorneys present, and his words will be used against him. He is doing the exact opposite thing that you should do in every instance.
Panicking. I'm freaking out. So I just swapped it. But yes,
Okay.
I do have it.
It's a minor injury crash with no loss of life or anything like that, okay? But you're doing good with getting past this because that's what's best for you. The cover-up part of it, I'm just telling you, is the problem that gets people in these hit-and-run cases.
So I'm trying to be honest with you right now.
Right.
No, you're
I know
about to
you
get
said
locked
you weren't
up.
involved and you were up north to Deputy DeBoer, but
Well, I was up north.
but at the specific time of this crash, you weren't. So,
Right, but nobody asked me specifically at that time.
Exactly.
And I get that. I get it. But that's why I'm trying to be honest with you because that
yes.
makes you feel like
Yes.
I feel like you're not trying to badger me right now.
No, and one thing is all this gets worked out through the court process and not necessarily you or I, at this time. So you switched out the bumper. What other parts did you switch out, or was that it?
I mean, it's over.
Oh, good, he's talking.
I mean, I'll even show you. Like, you can see it.
He's about to show him the bumper.
And I'll show you what I was talking about, like what I was fearful over. Ooh, don't worry about it.
Oh, Jason's got some toys. Okay.
Clear that.
Wow, that's the
2
bumper.
weeks ago, they ran into one of those yellow gas station bumpers.
Right.
And that was what I was fearful of.
And this is the 08, or this is the new stuff from last Friday.
I don't believe I made contact with him. Like, it was to the point where I hit the brakes and then I literally hit the brakes as soon as he cut across.
Okay. Is it something where you might not necessarily feel it?
It's a dually pickup truck, so it has a very solid stance, but
Right. The car on the right, you said that was turning on the crossroad. Describe that car to me.
it was so far ahead of me. That's the last thing on my mind. I just know that there was a car a ways ahead, and then as I was coming up, I saw them had their blinker on. They were turning right, so I went to veer out to the left to go around them. There was no coming traffic, so I only went over about maybe 3 feet-ish.
Okay.
It could have been more.
And they hooked right. Why?
Because there was an intersection right there, and they were in the gravel at that point in time.
Okay. Obviously, yeah, like you said, we know it's a double yellow. We know nobody should be passing there.
Right.
There was video at Thiele's
Right.
that actually captures the whole incident.
Right.
I don't recall a vehicle turning right onto F. That would have been.
There was a car there turning right.
Was there any kind of beef between you and that VW at the intersection?
No, because like when I come out of that intersection, there was a car right next to me. I was in the right lane, and I was actually going to go slow anyways, and then they were going slower, so I sped up to go around them. Just had more pace than them, I guess. And then at that point in time, I just did the speed limit, and I was going down the road.
Do you think that upset him, of why you snuck by him right?
Jason said he just did the speed limit, but the calculations show that he was going 97 miles an hour while making contact with the other vehicle. They were clearly not trying to let the other person pass.
There at the 2-to-1 lane. What we'll do today, I appreciate your honesty and cooperation. That's going to help you the long run. Like
it
I said,
will
it's
not.
the best for you to move past this situation. Are you on probation or anything like that? No. Okay. We still have to take the bumper and probably the truck for a little bit.
That's my only means of transportation.
I understand, and I want to work with you on that. If you allow us to download the phone, we can work with you on that as well.
The phone?
That one I'm going to go through my attorney on. This privacy. I got
Okay.
personal information on there.
Okay,
Like that.
okay. And that would be just a search warrant then is all we would do for that. We're going to gather the parts and probably the truck and the security system here. Okay. My plan for you is there will be charges associated to your involvement. I understand what you're explaining to me, but I can book and release you on those charges today. I have to take you to the facility, though, at the jail.
All of that lying and all of that, let me talk to my attorney, you guys talk to my attorney, and they're about to arrest him.
We'll book and release you on those. That passenger, I don't know if you saw that oak tree, but it's very close to where that car went through that ditch in front of Todd Thiele's. She just had some injuries to her lower body. The vehicle I can work with, it'll be held by the DA's request. So if they want it held for a period of time, it'll be held.
It's my main work vehicle.
I completely get it. And that's why we just want the cooperation that can help you go that route.
And my biggest fear is just the truck for work, and then my daughter.
Is she here or is she part-time, come here the weekend?
Well, I pick her up every Friday until Monday.
Okay.
That's my only transportation.
If you consent or if we can get a warrant done in the next 5 to 6 days, maybe the DA is willing to release it.
Go through it, do what you got to do, but
okay.
I need that truck back.
All right, guys, he's saying that he needs the truck back. What's the issue? He knew that he was in this accident, and he knew that the cops were hot on his tail. During these weeks, he should have been making arrangements to get other transportation so that he could go pick up his daughter, so that something could happen with his work. If you know that you're guilty of something and the cops are circling, you need to make arrangements. Get your bond money together. Talk to people. Make sure any loose ends are tied up while these officers are trying to nail you down, because they're going to get you. Jason this whole time has changed out parts on his truck, and now he's assumed that he's in the clear, and he has made no arrangements for his arrest. He thought he was going to get away scot-free.
If I don't, that truck.
And I don't want to hinder your work. It's just
Dude, I'm already going through bankruptcy, so if I miss out on any more work.
It's stressful for you. I get it.
If it's gone for even a week, it puts me out of business.
I'll make some phone calls on that. I'll try and work with you on that. I can't say for sure one way or another at this point right now, but with the cooperation that you're willing to provide, we may be able to go with that and return it to you.
I need my truck.
We'll talk. Our supervisor should be coming out here, so.
That's honestly my biggest fear right now is not having a vehicle. I've had this placement with my daughter's mom for going on 7 years, and I've never missed a pickup or drop off. So
we're not trying to make things any worse than what you got. It's like I said, you're moving forward from today. From this, you can start to move past this. But we'll move this out, and then
they got the tow truck.
I'll have you put your ATV back in or three-wheeler back in. I talked to the boss. He's under the same assumption. It's going to have to go through the DA's office, okay?
All right, so they're saying that they will absolutely tow the truck. It's evidence, and so it's going to be with the DA's office. And again, he's crying so much about his truck, but he wasn't thinking about that when there was a vehicle attached to it going 97 miles an hour.
All I could tell you on the truck is that we'll do our due diligence to try and get this done as quick as possible. Then we can work on getting it back once the DA gets that request. Right now, you'll be placed under arrest for the reckless and endangering safety for the 2 occupants and the hit and run causing injury. I'm not worried about the obstructing or anything like that from the prior contact.
When can I expect to get my phone back then too?
Between you and I, my first priority is to get your search warrant done on your truck. Any other questions?
timeline on that?
I should have your phone downloaded sometime next week. I mean, tomorrow, my focus is on your truck tomorrow. This will be a book and release. You'll just get a court date. I mean, I could hold you in jail, but I'm not going to.
I know. So I just trying to make sure, like, with the business, like,
if there's a way that you can figure something out for a few days next week, and then, I'll obviously run it by the
vehicle. That's the issue. No, I don't have another truck or anybody that has a truck that I could use to pull trailers for work.
Right. But unfortunately, that's where we're at. Buckner, get some cuffs?
I do.
I'll just put them on in front. I'm not
have them pull in the driveway and do it.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, you're not going to cause me any problems, right?
Let's walk.
No, I feel like I've been more cooperative this whole time.
Obviously, you've been, sounds like mostly cooperative with us today, so, I don't need to parade you in front of all your neighbors or anything like that.
1095.
No.
There goes the truck.
Just come up the back of the drive. For me, please. Thank you.
When we're all done? Yes. Oh, we'll get the seat back for you here.
All right, real discreet. Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
A copy of the search warrant will be left on your, probably on your refrigerator, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll try and be in contact with you if we can get that stuff out to you.
All right, thank you.
All right?
Is it cool enough?
Yeah, we're good.
Buckle up.
Can you let them know that my gun is next to my bedside? That just shouldn't be an issue. It's not loaded.
Okay.
It's a short barrel shotgun. It's not loaded. It's not loaded. It's a short barrel.
Okay.
I just there's been a lot of strange cars driving by this last week. Okay. Ever since my name was posted on the Facebook page, I've had some weird traffic. 2 vehicles that were recording as they went by. Not cops. That's on the camcorders too, and I could point that out to you, but it's just a little fishy, so.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, Jason, I talked to you for a minute. There's one question I want to clarify with you, and it's just about occupants of the vehicle. But you're currently in custody, so I got to read you your Miranda rights. I just want to clarify if you're...
Oh, did you hear that? The cop says, listen, I got to ask you some questions, but you are under arrest now, so I need to read you your Miranda rights. This is exactly right.
Your daughter was in the vehicle or not? No. I know you mentioned something about picking her up on Friday, so that's why I just want to clarify if anybody else was in the vehicle. So I'm just going to ask you that question, but I got to do this before I ask you that, since you're in custody. It says you have the right to remain silent. Realizing that you have these rights, are you willing to answer questions and make a statement? And it's just about what I just explained to you about the occupancy of the vehicle is all I'm asking about.
You mean about the occupancy of my vehicle?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. If you could just sign in date and time, then I'll sign on the bottom there.
They want to know about the occupancy of the vehicle. Specifically, they want to know if Jason's daughter was in it. Jason was out here driving crazy, and if his daughter was in the car, then her safety, her life was in danger. That's an additional charge. So they want to know if they need to stick Jason with an additional charge for driving with his daughter in that reckless manner, some type of child endangerment charge.
Is it a possibility to get a taxi once I get out of here?
10:26. Yeah, you get free phone calls here if you can figure that system out or the process there. Okay, so you dropped her off at school.
Yeah, I was already on my way home.
Okay, what number do you need me to reach out to?
Seth.
That you're giving me permission to go on your phone. No, that's...
All right, well then don't. I guess don't. I appreciate you saying that.
My guy's hitting your guy. Is your guy injured?
I mean, if you had his number, I can...
I don't know offhand. I'll call. I'll see if I can call a taxi when we get out of here.
Okay.
I guess, yep.
All right.
Based on Jason's existing charges, it appears he did not have his daughter in his vehicle at the time of the incident. Jason faced 2 felony counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety and 1 misdemeanor count of a hit and run. About 7 weeks after the incident, Jason signed a signature bond for $2,250 to ensure presence in court. He entered a plea of not guilty to all counts. 5 months later, Jason took a plea deal and got one charge of recklessly endangering safety dismissed. For his other endangering safety and hit-and-run charges, he was sentenced to a total of 5 years of probation, which would start with 90 days in jail full Huber, meaning he is permitted to leave jail for certain circumstances, like work. He has to complete 150 hours of community service within 2 years and must pay over $6,700 in restitution to the owner of the Volkswagen, who was in the passenger seat during the crash. As for the other driver, they pled no contest to their no passing zone and operating on a suspended license charges, resulting in over $400 in fines. However, they seem to have continued to not pay their fines as they racked up more operating on a suspended license charges. Interestingly, they pled no contest to a hit and run, specifically for property adjacent to a highway, almost exactly 1 year after the incident in this video. While researching, we also found that the truck involved in the crash is currently up for sale on Facebook for just $15,000 if anyone's interested.
All right, guys, what do you think? Jason got a felony charge and a misdemeanor, served 90 days in jail, some type of work release program where he could get out to work and then come back and serve the custodial portion of his time during the nights. And he got 5 years probation, which I'll be honest is going to be very tough for him to complete given how he drives. The whole community says that he is an aggressive driver, so I don't know if he'll be able to make it 5 years without any infractions, but we'll see. Jason's story offers many instructive lessons, but one that is so clear is that your mouth will end up getting you arrested. Now, he wouldn't have got arrested if he wasn't driving like a maniac. However, the officers did not have enough evidence to effectuate an arrest until Jason started talking. And half of the time he was saying, I want to talk to my attorney, I want to talk to my attorney, but he never stopped talking after that. He continued, and the cops ended up using his words against him. He got to the point where he admitted everything. Do not be like Jason, guys. Ask for us and then be quiet.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth!